go. Vlogtober day 2. Is that fine? I feel like, so the suction cup on my car mount fell off like a few months ago, and I fixed it, and I didn't think I'd be able to fix it. I thought I had to replace it, and I was really proud of myself for fixing it, but it's just not quite been the same since. Also, I'm facing a brick wall. I'm in one of my secret parking lots, and there's a red brick wall, and I feel like it's bringing out a lot of red undertones. Like I might look slightly sunburned. I'm not. Anyway, I'm heading into work, but I just stopped really quick at Pete's Coffee. I got something for the first time. Well, I think this is my first time having this combo. This is the oat milk pumpkin latte. I've had that before, but it has brown sugar jelly in the bottom, and I've had that before, and I don't remember what combo I had it. It might have just been like some kind of regular latte with, what did I just say it's called? Brown sugar jelly? So it's like little jelly cubes in the bottom, and last time I had it I was really confused by it because at first I thought it was kind of a liquid because you could taste it in the coffee, but it's actually like cubes. And so before, like when I finished the drink, all of the cubes were still in the bottom, and now they give you like this boba straw with it so you can actually eat slash drink slash chew the jelly. So I don't know, their pumpkin spice latte, I don't think it's called pumpkin spice, right? But whatever. Is that a Starbucks thing or is that a generic thing? Anyway, whatever it's called, their pumpkin thing. I really like it here. I also got a peanut butter cookie for later. I like their peanut butter cookies. They're really good. But right now, I want to talk about The Walking Dead because it's Sunday. The Walking Dead is on tonight. I think because I have AMC Plus, I could watch it right now. I could be there at home watching it right now. And I think also because AMC Plus gives it... Did I mess up? Like, okay, AMC Plus gives you the episode a week early. And I don't know if that counts for this episode. I saw that, no, I think it's just the first 2 episodes. I think these 2 episodes get released today for AMC Plus. So this week's and next week's. And then starting next week, everything is a week early. So I don't think I could have watched the first episode early, but I can watch next week and from then on early. Does that make sense? I don't really remember what the schedule is, but I don't know. I always have mixed feelings about watching it early because I kind of want to watch it at the same time as everybody else, but also it's kind of nice to have perks. I don't know. It tastes weird. Oh, ugh, ugh. I squished it. I don't think I care for that at all. Yeah, no, the texture of it, it's not boba. It's like, and it's not jello. I guess it's like, it kind of reminds me of those little tiny gelatin jellies, I guess, that you get at like Asian markets. Kind of reminds me of that, which I liked those as a kid. I remember like my friends would bring them to school and I would always be jealous, and if you're really nice to them, maybe sometimes they would share it with you. But like, yeah, those were like really good. These, I think it's the shape, which I don't know, maybe it's not that, because remember I went to, you probably don't remember, this was a long time ago, but I went to, in a video, I went to Soy, I think it's called Soy Good in Orange County, and they make their own tofu and they have some really good food there, and they also have a lot of beverages like this with the jelly in it, and I had it there and I liked it. So I don't know what the deal is, but that's not the point of this video. I'm supposed to be talking about Walking Dead. Sorry for that interruption. Anyway, I'm probably gonna watch, I will probably, and I also, the thing is, I feel like I want to save these last episodes. Like, like at the beginning of the season when I got AMC Plus, I would watch first thing in the morning. Like, maybe sometimes I would save it. But like, if I didn't have anything going on in the morning, I was gonna watch it in the morning. And now I don't know, I don't want to. It's the last 6 episodes ever, and I feel like I want to like save it and enjoy it, you know? So I'll probably watch today's episode, the premiere, today, and then maybe I'll save the next one and watch it during the week. But what I really want to talk about today is like going into this last part of the season series, predictions and feelings and thoughts and hopes and fears. Because like, we know I've been trying to avoid some of the like, I found myself, like, when Comic-Con happened, San Diego Comic-Con, I was, like, excited. There were going to be some announcements, and there were some, like, reveals and stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to know everything that's happening there. But at the same time, I didn't want to, because I kind of like to see things as they happen. Not that it's, like, a big spoiler, but, like, kind of. But, like, anyway, what I'm getting at is, like, now we know that some of the characters are having their spin-off series. And I think I saw, like, a Q&A with maybe one of the actors, I'm not sure, maybe it was a fan Q&A, about how do you feel knowing, like, which characters survive. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean you know who doesn't survive, but at least the characters who are getting their spin-offs, you know that they survive. And at first I was like, oh yeah, I wish I didn't know that, kind of. Like, it's a spoiler, and it's some of the big characters that you know they're gonna make it out and they're gonna be fine. It kind of reminds me of, like, watching Grey's Anatomy when, like, Meredith Grey has, like, 7 near-death experiences in one season, and you're like, you know she's gonna be okay. Her character is the name of the show. So originally that was my reaction. I was like, oh, I kind of wish I didn't have that information. But also, the more I've thought about it, I realized, like, I want all of the characters to survive. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. If we didn't have any big character deaths in the remainder of the series, that would be great. I feel like that's not going to happen. But if it did, I would be stoked. So I guess at least, like, knowing some of the characters that make it out is a little bit less stressful. Like, knowing that those characters are okay. But what I don't like, and the other question that raises, is, like, why are those characters who get the spin-off no longer with the rest of the crew? Does something happen to everybody else? Is there a rift where, like, these characters have to leave and go off on their own? Is there... And this isn't spoilers, I feel like I can't, this is all just speculation, but, like, these are thoughts that I regret having. It feels spoilery to me, but, like, it's not a spoiler, but it's just my own thoughts. But what if there's something that happens, like, that those characters who have to leave, maybe some characters decide they want to stay in the Commonwealth, and the rest have to leave if those characters want to stay. I'm kind of thinking of, like, Church of Scientology vibes, where, like, they're, what is the word for it? Suppressive persons, where it's like you can no longer talk to these people. The other thought that I have, and if you've watched some of my vlogs and also some of my Instagram posts, you might know that I've been pushing for Daryl and Connie to get together. I felt like that was something we need to see happen by the end of the series, but now we're so close to the end that I don't know if I want it to happen now, because it's going to be very short-lived. I mean, the spin-off isn't Daryl and Connie. The spin-off was supposed to be Daryl and Carol, and now it's just Daryl. So unless it turns into, like, a romantic comedy of Daryl and Connie, then that means, like, if they do get together, then something would happen to separate them by the end of the series. And there's only 6 episodes left. We really want them to date for, like, 5 minutes and then have it end. And we definitely don't need a tragedy to happen to Connie. Like, we don't need that to be the reason they break up. So if nothing happens, I guess I'm good with it at this point. I just realized I've been, like, scared to take another swig of this drink. Like, that one was very strange. And I can, like, hear it. I think what disturbs me the most is the way the chewing sounds, like, in my head. It's like it's kind of, like, fleshy almost. It's really gross. Anyway, other things that I want for the end of the series, like, I'm really, I like that we're seeing characters, we're getting kind of, like, we're wrapping things up and getting, like, a peek into what characters were like before the apocalypse. Like, I know we're gonna see Yumiko in her, like, lawyer role more, like I've seen from the, like, photo preview things. Same with Connie, like, in her reporter role, and I feel like that's part of why she's kind of, like, forgotten about Daryl. Like, I think in one of the recent episodes, Daryl, like, tried to flirt with her, and she was kind of, like, whatever about it. She's like, dude, you waited too long. I'm like, I got other shit going on now. And I also really want to see a happy ending, I think, for Eugene, who was one of my least favorite characters from the beginning. Like, when he first was introduced anyway, and he's grown on me a lot, and I feel like I have a soft spot for that guy now, and I want to see a happy ending with him, and not Stephanie, but Max, the good one. And of course, we can't have anything bad happen to Princess. Nobody, I feel like Princess is the type of character who could end up having, like, an Eddie Munson style victory slash ending, and I really don't want to see it. I don't want that to happen. I'm going to be very upset if it does. Speaking of princess, I feel like October 1st was the cutoff I gave myself to decide if I was going to be princess again for Halloween this year. And I would have dyed my hair purple. But I'm kind of okay with the blonde thing. I've been blonde for, it was like faded pink for a while, almost blonde, and then it's been blonde for like, I don't know, like 6 months maybe, and it's making me like resistant to want to put color on it, because then I'm gonna have to wait for it to fade again if I want it to be blonde again. I do have a stockpile of hair dye in my closet though, so I feel like that's gonna get used at some point. So I don't know, I guess that's all I wanted to say. I feel like there is actually a lot more that I wanted to say about Walking Dead. There have been multiple points that I've like considered starting a Walking Dead podcast, which like I feel like though we were late enough in the series that I had that idea that I was like, well, I should just wait for it to be over, and then maybe at some point I'll rewatch it and do something along those lines. I don't know, I think it could be fun. Like a couple months ago I actually had the thought that I was going to try to rewatch the whole series from the beginning before these last 6 episodes, and it would just be too much of a commitment. I couldn't have done it. And I also recently, was it when I had COVID? I don't know. There was at some point, I think it was during COVID, and I was running out of stuff to watch. I tried watching episode 1 and I was like, maybe I'll just watch from the beginning and see how far I get. And I realized like it's just emotionally, not just the time investment, but it's like an emotional investment. Like it's an intense show. It's like dark. I feel like I have to be ready for that kind of commitment when I go through and watch it again. Especially certain storylines. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna finish cleaning my house because I started cleaning the house this morning. I feel like when I have a big TV event like this, I feel like I need to clean my house so I can enjoy it thoroughly in a nice clean place. I think part of that is also me procrastinating and wanting to save the episode as long as possible. But I know I'm gonna watch it today. And then I think, probably, most likely, 99% certain, I'm gonna do some like reaction episodes for vlogtober for the last 6 episodes. And actually the last episode airs in November. I think we have 5 in October, 1 in November. So obviously I'll do that one too. It's not like I'm just gonna cut it out. But yeah, I think it could be fun. I think Walking Dead for me, like when I first really got into it, I used to watch it at the neighborhood bar because I didn't have cable. And so I binged like I jumped in late. I binged the first couple seasons and then I started watching it at the bar. And then the bar closed and then I started watching it at home by myself, mostly, sometimes with friends, mostly by myself. And I really liked having it as like a social thing. And so I think that's kind of why I got the idea of like doing a podcast or doing like stuff on YouTube so like we can talk about it. And it's also hard to talk about on like Instagram or Facebook or whatever, because then you might spoil it for people who aren't ready to talk about it yet. So at least, you know, if I put it on a YouTube episode, people know not to click it and watch it if they don't want to be spoiled. So I think I'm going to try it and see how it goes. Since the episodes are going out on Sunday, I'll put my videos out on Monday. So if you guys want to come in and like chat about it in the comments, I think that could be really fun. It could also be, I could get no response whatsoever because I've never done videos like this before, so I don't really know how it's going to go. But if you have stuff to say or comments or questions, or if you want to ask me anything about my Walking Dead experience. Speaking of Walking Dead experience, and I know I said I was going to stop talking like 5 minutes ago, I recently at Midsummer Scream had the opportunity to meet Greg and Nicotero, which was really cool, and I'm going to probably do another video about that later on this month. Also, I know there's at least one Walking Dead event for the finale happening here in LA, and if there's any chance that I can do that, I will. So there will be some Walking Dead stuff in October and probably into November. So I hope you stick around if you watched this far, because it's going to be a lot and I'm going to need someone to talk to about it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow to talk about Walking Dead some more. Bye.